Hello and welcome to tonight's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to be attempting, I think it's the third or the fourth puzzle in a series created by Jeff Wajes. I'm a big admirer of Jeff's puzzles. He has a brain, I say this whenever I do a Jeff Wajes puzzle, he has a brain that just doesn't work like mine. It's one of those brains, and you encounter them in life, and you just know that this person is able to think in a different way to you. And Jeff's puzzles, it's quite interesting, actually. His puzzles just exhibit the unique nature of his mind. And they've all had these circles in them, with a lot of them have had colours in the circles. And this is the same again today. It's hugely popular, this one. It's called One With The Circus. And I'm looking forward to having a go at it. It's got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty. But hopefully I'll be able to make my way through it. Now, you'll have noticed, I think if you've been following the channel for a while, the way I introduced the video tonight was to say welcome to tonight's edition, because I don't actually know when this video will go live. I'm recording this on a Saturday in January, when I was meant to be down at Rye at the President's Putter, but that competition at the very last moment got cancelled due to the terrible weather we've got here in the UK, which has left me at something of a loose end, because I pre-recorded the videos for the days that I was going to be at this golf competition. But the thing is, you know, my life is puzzles. I love doing puzzles. So it wasn't like I was just going to, sit here and do nothing today. I'm going to do a puzzle. And hopefully, if I can solve it, this video will see the light of day at some point. And you'll know when it does appear, if and when it does appear, that something in real life would have caught up with me that day, which will have meant that I needed to post this pre-record. Almost all of the videos I do, and I think almost all of the videos Mark does as well, are actually recorded on the day. We still do that, even though we've had this schedule now where we've done a video a day each since the start of the first COVID lockdown. So anyway, that's nothing to do with this puzzle, is it? Do I have anything to tell you? No. If you do enjoy our videos, please do like, please do subscribe. Join us over on Patreon for our Sudoku Club, where there's all sorts of extra content, both Sudoku related and cryptic crossword related, actually. And we're having a visit from Maverick this afternoon. Haven't seen Maverick for a while. The weather's been too bad for Maverick to be up there. There may be a little bit of aeroplane noise in the background, and for that I apologise. I can't do anything when Maverick passes by or flies over the control tower. Anyway, let's have a look at Jeff Wages' One With The Circus. We get a given digit as well. The rules are as follows. The rules are actually really simple. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then using red, green and blue, and there are no blues yet in the grid, colour in all circles such that orthogonally adjacent circles are different colours, and the digit inside a circle appears that many times in circles of that colour. So imagine this digit was a 4. That would mean that there would be 4 red 4s in the grid. Now, interestingly, I mean, I didn't pick this number deliberately, but I might as well make this point because it comes up in some of these circle shading puzzles that Jeff's done before. That doesn't preclude this digit being a 4, because providing there were then 4 green 4s, that would work. There could be 4 green 4s and 4 red 4s, and that meets the criteria absolutely. The other thing we've got to do, of course, is to make sure that everything connected to this red 4 is not red. I was about to say, so that means there's at least 1 green, but actually it doesn't, does it? All 3 of those could be blue. Yeah, we're not going to be able to deduce much about that, at least for a little while. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, the first thing I have learnt to do with circles puzzles is to count. Actually, I'm just There are two thoughts I've had here. One of which is I need to count the circles. The other is that 9 cannot be circled. I don't know if that's immediately... Yes, that's immediately relevant, actually. Sorry, and that's where we should start. Let me go through my thought process there. So, if 9 was circled in this puzzle anywhere, what would that imply? That would imply that all 9 9s in this Sudoku, and there are only 9 9s because it is a Sudoku, we're only putting 1 9 in each box, aren't we? And there are 9 boxes. So it would imply that all 9 9s needed to be circled. Well, I can see there's no circles in box 1. So definitely 9 is never circled. So where is the 9? In column 6. It cannot be circled. Where is the 9 in row 7? It cannot be circled. Where is the 9 in row 5? Well, now it can't be there, so it's got to be there, otherwise it would be circled. So there's a 9 in one of those two. Actually, we're going to do better, aren't we? The 9 in box 3 has to be in one of those two cells. So I've now got another 9. I've never started a Jeff Wages puzzle this quickly before. Oh, yeah, where's 9 in box 9? It can't be circled. Oh, this is... Are we just getting... We're getting given all the 9s, I think. That is weird. Okay, that's very lucky. Yeah, that is 9 of them. Right, okay. That's easy enough. Let's... Well, okay, I'm going to go back to my first thought, which is I'm going to count the number of circles. 1, 2, 6, 9... 9 and 7 is 16, 20, 28, 34, 38. 38 circles. Do I want to double check? I probably should double check it, shouldn't I? Let's double check it by box then. So that's still 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 23, 30, 38. Okay, I've got 38 doing it 2 different ways, so it's probably 38. Now, okay, so that immediately rings alarm bells. Because let's talk a bit about the Sudoku secret. Now, the secret is something I share with only my very favourite people, but if you're watching this video, of course you're one of my favourite people, and I will share it with you. The secret of Sudoku is that the sum of the digits 1 to 9 is 45, and that often matters in puzzles like this, because 45 is the sum of any row, any column, or any box. Therefore, all the digits in that box will sum to 45. But there's a circle implication. Because imagine that all 9 digits were circled in this puzzle. Right, so it's going to get complicated, but I'll try and explain what I mean by that. Well, then the circled 9 would mean there would be 9 circled 9s. The circled 8 would mean there would be 8 circled 8s. The circled 7 would mean there would be 7 circled 7s. And to do that, you would have to have 45 circles in the puzzle. Now, we know in this puzzle already that there is no circled 9. So that would suggest that it should only be possible for there to be 36 circles in the puzzle. Because once 9 isn't circled, the sum of the other 8 digits in Sudoku, 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, is 36. But we've got 38 circles. Now, the reason for that discrepancy is the example we did at the start, which is that for some digits, they could appear in 2 colours. So that's not going to be the case for 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s and 5s. We couldn't have, if that was a 5, you couldn't have 5 in green as well, because that would imply there were 10 5s in the puzzle. There are only 9 of any digit. But for 4s, 3s, 2s and 1s, you could have duplicate values. Yeah, okay, so, but we do know from box 9, we definitely have one of each digit. So it's not like, for example, there are no 2s circled in this puzzle. Box 9 is telling us, oh, there's definitely at least 1 2 circled, and therefore there are 2 2s circled at least. And there could be 2 2s in red and 2 2s in green, so there could be 4 circled 2s. But we know there's at least one of each. So box 9 is telling us that 36 circles are going to be hypothecated, if you like, to the plain vanilla 8 8, 7 7, 6 6s in whatever colour we choose for that colour to be in box 9. So there are 36 such circles that are hypothecated simply because of the existence of box 9. And we need 2 more circles. So that tells us that 3 and 4 in this puzzle are not in 2 different colours of circles. Because if 3 was in 2 different colours of circles, there would be at least 39 circles in the puzzle. If 4 was circled in 2 different colours, there would be at least 40 circles in the puzzle. So, okay, so there are 2 ways this could work. Either the digit 2 is in 2 different colours, that would get us from 36 up to 38, or the digit 1 is in all 3 different colours. That would also work. And it is that, actually. And the reason I know that it's the ones that are being meddled with is this column. There must be a circled 1 in column 6, and there must be a circled 1 in box 9. So there are at least 2 circled ones, which takes the count up to 37 circles. We need 38 circles to be circled. Well, there are 38 circles. We need to put digits into 38 circles. So if we had 2 different colours of 2 now, we would miss that 38 cap. We'd go up to 39. So we now know exactly, we don't know the colours of anything, apart from ones where we have 1 of each. But we know that there are 8 circled 8s in one colour, 7 circled 7s in one colour, 6 circled 6s in one colour, 5 circled 5s in one colour, 4 circled 4s in one colour, 3 circled 3s, 2 circled 2s, and 3 circled 1s in all 3 colours. Now, what does that mean? We have to, okay, right. Okay, so we know 8 is circled. So we know, this is easy, yeah. We know 8 is circled, so we know there are 8 circled 8s in the puzzle, but there's no circled 8 in box 1. So the 8 that lives in the puzzle in box 4 must be circled, and I can fill it in, it must be there. And then I must do the same there. In box 7 there must be a circled 8. In box 2 there must be a circled 8. Oh, this is going to give me an 8 in box 1, because in box 3 there must be a circled 8. I don't know where it goes, but now we can ask where the circled 8 is in row 1. Look, it can't be here. It can't be here. It's not in those 2 by Sudoku, so it goes in the corner. Now, where's the circled 8 in box 5? I've got an 8 looking down from this domino, so it's not there, it's got to be here. So, I get the 8 now in box 8 as well, so the 8 is in one of 3 places in box 9, and one of 2 places in box 6. So, that's rather cute, actually. That is rather cute, because that's telling us that red is not 8. That's weird, actually. That logic is weird. Because whichever one of these is the circled 8, and it's one of these 2, it will be next to a red circle. And therefore, because both of these are red circles, so red cannot be so one of these, whatever the colour is, cannot be red. So these 2 cells cannot be red. That's so strange. That's weird logic. So 8 is not there. So I get 2 sort of X-wings of 8 left over, I think. And 8 is not red. Oh no, that does mean it can go there. Okay, should we try 7? Set as 7. Yeah, let's try 7. Let's try 7 at least. Because we know that 7 is a circled digit in the puzzle, so there are 7 circled 7s, but I know there's no circled 7s in boxes 1 and 4. So every other box has a circled 7, so there must be a circled 7 in these cells. That's an 8-7 pair now in box 2. So 7 is in one of these 2 cells in box 5. Yeah, okay. It's weird actually the way this is working because there must be a circled 7 in box 3. So I'm going to do the trick on row 1 again and ask where the circled 7 is. And because I've got this pencil mark here, I actually know it's exactly there. So there is a 7 in one of these 3 cells, but not that middle one because of the 7 pencil mark. Okay, 7 in box 8 is in one of 3 places. So again, we can do the same thing. Where is 7 in row 9? It's now definitely in these final 3 cells. I've got to be careful here because when I'm looking up at box 3, my scanning is saying there's a 7 in one of those. But it's because I'm not, for some reason, my brain isn't seeing the fact I've got corner marked 7s in these red cells. I think 7's got a lot of positions. I mean, that's a terrible pencil mark, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, okay, and this is still worth pursuing, actually, with 6s. Because now box 2 has no circled 6s. But there is a circled 6, well, there are 6 circled 6s in the puzzle. So they now have to live in the 6 other boxes. So there's now a 6-7 pair. 6-7 again, making an appearance. Yeah, okay, I can see something with 5 here as well, actually. But let's keep going with 6s first. Although it's harder now, actually. Because I don't really know how to do this. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do this because I don't know how to pencil mark the 6s. They seem to me to be able to go just about anywhere in some of these boxes. Or is it? No, maybe it's Sudoku in box 1. It is nearly. It's really nearly because I know that in box 3 there's a circled 6. So where's the circled 6 in row 1? Now it's in one of 2 places. Okay, I'll tell you the thing I've seen with 5s. The logic for 5s is very similar to the logic for 6s. In the sense that we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of the Sudoku that cannot have a circled 5, yet we know there are 5 circled 5s. So there must be a circled 5 in this congregation of digits, and actually that means that these are the digits 5, 6, 7, 8 now. So these are the digits 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pencil mark a 1 because of the given 1. Pencil mark a 1 here. Oh no, I think I've got stuck. This is terrible. I don't think. Maybe we can do something with 1s actually. That's probably sensible. There are only 3 circled 1s in the puzzle. There must be a circled 1 in box 9. There must be a circled 1 in column 6. There doesn't have to be one in box 6, though. That could be a 1, couldn't it? Okay. All right, let's try 2s though, because I can. Yeah, it's very clever of Jeff, this, because it doesn't work the way you think it will. because it actually 2 is more restricted in this puzzle than 1 is, for the weirdest reason. Because our logic has told us there are only 2 circled 2s in the puzzle. Well, I know there's a circled 2 in box 9, and I know there's a circled 2 in column 6. So there are no circled 2s anywhere else, and in this box there cannot be a circled 2. So that's got to be a 2. Oh, I was about to say that's a 2. That's not true, because the circled 2 in column 6 could be in box 8. So be careful, Simon. Okay. Oh, well, okay, but now I know where the 3 circled 1s are. They're in this box, and this column. So there are no more circled 1s in the puzzle. Yeah, that's not doing it though, is it? I mean, actually, we've got a lot of the circles sort of... There are 3 circled 3s in the puzzle. And they are in the same... They're in those cells as well. So there are 3 circled 3s. So there are no circled 3s in these positions. So, what does that mean? I don't know yet. I'm trying to think. I think it... Well, one of those digits is a 4. That's true. One of these digits is a 4. Because there must be 4 circled 4s. And there's 1 in column 6, 1 in box 9, 1 in box 6. So the only other place is there must be 1 circled 4 in one of those. And that same logic applies to 5, actually, because there's a circled 5 up there, but I still need 4 others. So there is so these digits, hang on, let's just focus on these digits. They contain a circled 4, a circled 5. How many digits are there there? There are 5. It looks like there are 2 7s in there. So there are 2 7s, a circled 4, a circled 5, presumably a circled 6 then. Yes, there must be a circled 6 as well, because there's 1 circled 6 here, 2 circled 6s here. There must be 4 more, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 in the purple. So these digits in purple are from 4, 5, 6, 7, but there are 2 7s in there. And I shouldn't have them coloured, because that is just not going to be the way of the world, is it? Right. So how I know, and all I know about colours at the moment is that red is not 8. Do I know anything else at all? Do I know anything about green? Sorry, I know I've stopped talking there for a moment. I didn't mean to. Don't think I know anything about green. I know that... Okay, here's something I know. Let me just give 8 a notional colour for the moment. I'll make those purple. I don't think I should colour that one in. But I know that purple isn't red. But if we look here, 6 and 7 are both touching whatever colour purple turns out to be. So these digits are not... These digits are not... So these digits are different colours from each other. I'll just make one of them orange and one of them green or something, dark green. Obviously the 6 and the 7 are different colours, and they're different colours from... This is not actually that bad, is it? Now this one has to be green. I think I'm probably meant to start over here, but I'm just noticing that is logical. This one has to be orange because it sees green and purple. That one has to be green again. Well, that's interesting. Probably. I know one of these is 7. So if that was 7, that wouldn't work. That's it. There we go. I know one of these is 7. I know one of these is 7. But if 7 was here, our colouring is now telling us that this would be the 7, and 7 would be in 2 different colours. It can't be in 2 different colours, because 7 appears 7 times in one colour, otherwise there would be 14 7s in the puzzle. So actually we get the order. This is 7, this is 6, and now, oh, I see. Yeah, and that works just because it means there's no 6s in here. There is a 7, so there is a 6 up here now. This is 6 7. This has to be 6 7. Because there can't be a 6 in here, so there must be a 6 in there. Because do you remember we worked out in these 5 cells there was a 6? Well, that's now up here along with its friend the 7. So these, I know they're one of each. The same as these. This is not 7. So that's lovely. So I get the green 7 here. I get the green 7 here. I get the orange 6 there. And this, okay, so what's this? This is a 4-5 pair. You can hopefully you can totally see what I mean about Jeff's brain. It just doesn't work. I mean, you'd never do this, would you? Or no normal people. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, could that be? Ah, yeah, look, 6 in box 1. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple. That's not a 1 in column 5. Okay. So I know that these are purple. They're my purple-green colour now. I've got to be really careful because one of these colours could be, if this was 7. No, hang on. Well, what I'm noticing is that green could be red. So I have to be very careful about this. Five. Okay, and we know that 4, 5, 6, 7 are... Oh, hang on, I know red is an 8 there, don't I? Red is not 8. So I definitely know 8 is in one of these, and 8 is my purple colour. Purple. So I know... Oh, I can't. I'm not very good at thinking this through. What does this mean? So 6, 7 and 8 are all different colours. And then 4 and 5 repeat the colours that aren't 8. That might mean something. I just can't. 6, 7 and 8 are different colours. Oh, 6 has to be in one of these two cells now. Wow. I mean, what are you meant to do here? Is this somehow clear? And everyone's saying, of course it's clear, you idiot. Well, then it might be clear to you. It's not clear to me. So I know these, the red. What are we saying here? I know that 8, which is my purple, is one of these. I know 6 and 7 are different. I know by Sudoku these cells include 5 and 6, don't they? So that's not 5 or 6. So that is 7 or 8, which is either my purple or my green colour. So, okay, but I see. Right. I know that 6, 7 and 8 are all different colours from this. So if 6, 7 and 8 were in those three cells, though they can't be. They can't be. That's not going to work. Because you can see if this was 6, 7, 8, I've got two colours the same, which are red. So this is not 6, 7, 8. So one of those the way that's achieved is one of those has to be 5. Gosh, that's weird. So this is not 5. This is, that is 6, 7 or 8. So, okay, so red is 5. I think I already knew that, actually. I don't think that's helped. Because I know 5 is either green or orange down here. And because I know green and orange, I know one of green and orange is red, because I know that purple is definitively not red. Now, do I know 6 and 5 are different? Not necessarily, because that could be 6 and that could be 5. And I don't know that 7 and 5 are different for the same reason. Oh dear, okay. So, oh dear, dear, dear. What does this mean? I haven't got a clue. Okay, let's think this through. What can we do? Is it 5 in the top row? That's nearly restricted. It's in one of two positions. I mean, that's a terrible pencil mark. I don't really want to make it, to be honest, but it is in one of those two. I'll try and remember that in case it's going to matter. I'm really not sure how to do this at all. So I know 5 is red wherever it appears. And the red 5 standing by, isn't that Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter? I think it is. So red 5 feels very appropriate. So if whichever one of these is red 5, neither of those can be 5, can they? Because they would be red and they would be touching a red even if they weren't touching a 5. So red 5 in box 6 is in one of those cells. I know that's a terrible, terrible pencil mark, but you'll have to forgive me for that. Now, I know... Right, so where are the circled 5s in the puzzle? 1, 2, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, and there must be one here. So there is a red 5 in one of these. But until I know, you see, if I knew that that was 5, then I would know green was 5, which would take the 5 out of this cell. When I say green, I mean the dark green. This green is irrelevant to us at the moment. I just don't think we understand that at all yet. These two are the same colour, but that might be 8 or 7. If it's 7, that's green. Oh, if it's 7, that's green. No, if it's 7, it's green like this. This would be purple 8. This would be purple 8. It might be fine, I don't know. The other option... Oh, the only way this isn't a 7-8 pair is if this is 6, which is orange. So this would be 5, 7. And they would both be green. Okay, they would both be green. So 7 would have to go down here, I think, because I don't think it could then go in either of those, because it would be touching its own colour. Because green would have become red. Oh, this is so complicated. And if one of these was green, 7, do we care? Or is that a good thing? And the answer to that is, I really don't know. I'm not sure at all. Okay, so I don't know how to work that out. I think we have to think something different here. But quite what that is, I do not know. Wow. Sorry, I realise that you're all probably looking at me thinking, why is this man so dense? That's a completely rational thought. It's one I cannot get away from. That is certainly true. So I know that 6, 7. 6 and 7. If 6 and 7 are different colours, and one of them is red, but one of them isn't. So one of 6 or 7 can't go in those cells in box 6 because it is red already. So one of 6 or 7 is down here, definitely. And it looks like it wants to be 7, doesn't it? But I don't know that we know that. So, okay, maybe I've got to think this through in a different way. Maybe it's a different number that we need to focus on. So let's just mull that over for a moment. So we've done a lot of thinking. I don't know how productive it's been about 6, 7, 8, 5 to an extent. 4, all I know about 4 is it's not the same colour as 8, which means it can go next to 8. Oh, I tell you something I know. I know one of those is 8. So one of those is purple, so this digit can't be purple, but I don't know anything about purple. All I know about purple is it includes 8. I don't think I know anything else at all about it. Oh, I'm sorry. This is very obvious to everybody. I know that this is it something to do with this being double red. And I know that that doesn't include 8. So my feeling is I want this to be 8 and that to be 8. And then that would be 7. And all I'd be saying then is that these would be 5, 6, and 7. This would be 6 or 7, which is either orange or green, but that would be purple. Golly, I feel like I've got too many colours now. I really do. Okay. How do we do this? It's a fascinating problem here, and I can sense that my brain just isn't quite grasping the logic. And I really admire Jeff for this, because however annoying it is for me and my brain that I can't get it, I must be close to it. I must be close to it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe it's Sudoku. These digits have to be from 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's think about the low digits again. Do we know anything useful about the low digits? I know that the 2 2s are here, and I know they'll be the same colour. 3 3s have to be circled, and there's going to be 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and they're all going to be the same colour. Oh, that doesn't feel useful at all. 4. See, I do know something about 4. I know it's not purple. But I don't know whether it's red or this green or that green. It could be anything. It doesn't feel to me like I can do anything with 4. It really doesn't. But the problem with that is that brings us all the way back to 5 then. And 5 is a horrendous creature, isn't it? Because oh, hang on. Do I know more than I think I know about 4s? 1 here, 1, 2, 3. So there must be a circle 4 here. So one of those is 4. I have 4, but I don't know its colour. I really don't. Or at least I really don't think that I do. No, okay, I really don't think I do. So there's got to be some clever trick here to do with something. These are 1, 2, 3. I know 6 is orange. There isn't a way, is there, that I know which of these is 6. 6 can absolutely go next to green. And if it was here, it would be orange. This would be purple. Oh, and that would be green. That looks okay. Maybe there's some other reason then. So maybe if that's orange, do we get into problems with some other digits? Don't think so. Six is orange. Well, 6 is orange. Okay, if that was 6, then that would be orange. And then 5 and 7 would be green, dark green. So these would be dark green. Both of them would be dark green. And this 5 and 7 would be here. This would be a purple 8. This would be a purple 8. Maybe there's some reason that that doesn't work in this box. I don't think that there is, but I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work it out. If 5 and 7 were both red, then I can see that one of these would be a red 7. But I don't think that matters, does it? Or is it to do with 6? So 6 would be in one of those 3 cells in box 9. Which again I think is okay. We do know definitively that green is not red. This green is definitely not red, is it? I'm just trying to play around. I mean, to be honest, I feel this is most likely to be 6, because if it's not, we've got a 7-8 deadly pattern here in circles, and I don't. Is that resolvable by? Maybe it's resolvable by. Oh no, maybe that is resolvable by colouring, because the colour of that might help us. Maybe. I don't know then. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't be sceptical about that being a 7-8. This being a 7-8 domino. Okay, so let's think again. If that's a 6-8 domino, this is 8. These are both purple. Purple, purple. There is a purple 8 in one of these cells. But in a way, purple 8 I don't think is the exciting thing. We would have to put 6, which is orange, but orange might be light green, into this box, but I think it's got 3 possible cells. We would have to put orange into this box. I think it's got 3 possible cells again. We would have to. Okay, we do know that 5 is red. So we couldn't put. Okay, so if it was 5 and 7, we couldn't put those in adjacent cells. What's that mean? Oh, that's a news story. Oh, there's a knockout in the FA Cup. So if this was 5-7, that couldn't be 5-7 because they'd both be red. So one of those would be red, and that would be the 7. Yeah, so the 7 would have to go here, wouldn't it, actually? That's interesting. Because the 7 would be red, so it couldn't go there, and it couldn't go in either of those. Oh, okay, hang on, I hadn't spotted that before. So what I'm saying now is if one of these reds, one of these reds is a 7, it actually places 7 in box 6, which I hadn't noticed because I'm so confused with the colours. I didn't pick up on the fact that if 7 is red, it's not that colour. I was so obsessed with it being green. So let's think about that. So if this does include 7, this is definitely a red 7. And then 5 would be in one of 2 places in that box. So 5 would be in one of 2 places in box 9 as a result of that, because it couldn't go next to a red 7. But, oh, hang on. Hang on, I've got it. I think I've got it. I've got something. I've got a weird point. I think it is this cell. Right. I don't think it matters, actually. The point is it doesn't matter. Whatever digit of 6 or 7 is red. We have the task of placing it. Yeah, that's it. I'm so stupid. But fair play to Jeff. This is lovely logic. I don't know what this does, but it definitely does something, and I finally cottoned on. Right, so whatever the red digit is of 6 or 7, we've got to think about where we're going to circle it in this box. Now, because it's red, it can't go in those cells, because it would be next to red, so it's not there. It is a 6 or a 7, so it's not here. And because red is different from green, the reason I've got confused here is I've got my own colouring going on down here, and I've been ignoring the fact that actually I'm given some colouring. So whatever the red 6 or 7 is, it can't be the green. It can't be that digit, so it's got to go there. That is a 6 or a 7. It's not a 5. And it is absolutely, actually red. So now I've got a 6, 7, 8 triple in column 8. And that means that's not a 7, which means this is a 7, 8 pair. And we know 7 and 8, let's go back to my original colouring. So that's what's going on there. Okay, and here's a very strange point now, which I was sort of getting to when we were looking at this before, but where is 5 now, which is red, in column 8? Well, it can't be next to its own colour. And it can't be in its own box. So it is down here somewhere, and it's not next to itself. So it's in one of those 2. I mean, that's so close to being really powerful, isn't it? Because if I actually knew if it's here, it's next to 7. And that would make it orange. Oh, it can't be orange. Oh, that's it. I don't think it can be orange. Yeah. Oh, no, hang on. Don't trust that. I don't trust that. I've dodged a bullet there. That shading I did there was an anachronism from when I made this 6 in my mind, and I shaded it. But there might be some logic there. So I know that this is 6 or 7. And it's the same as whatever's in one of these 2. So if that... Well, hang on. That can't be 6 then. It just doesn't work from a Sudoku perspective. If that's 6, we know that that's 6 because the digit of 6 or 7 that we've got to put in this box we know is this one. So these would be the same digit if this is 6, and you'd have to put 6 there, and it would clash in the row. So that's definitely not 6. But if it was 7, that would work if that was the 7 in the corner. Oh, there's something here, isn't there? There really is. It's something to do with this 6, 7, 8 triple in this column. Is there? See, if that's 6, then that's 6, then that's 6, and that would be orange and red. 6, 6. Oh, we get the devil appearing. 6, 6, 6. But if this is 6 and this is 7, well, hang on. Let me go back. Let me think through that earlier logic, because there was some problem I had when that was orange. When that was orange, which is the only way that's orange is if it's 6. Then 7, which I know is my dark green, is there. So 6 in this box is definitely here. If this is 6. I've lost the plot here. I've lost my train of thought. There was some issue that I'm sure I had when I made that cell orange. And I think we were just doing it, and I dodged a bullet by saying I don't know it's orange. Now, where was that thought process going? I mean, okay, no, let's forget that. That is a 6, 7, 8 triple, so I can just place 6 here. That is now an orange digit. And that digit now, oh, I see, okay, so it's Sudoku. Because it doesn't matter whether this is 6 or not. The point is I've got a 6, 7, 8 triple, so I can do some Sudoku in this box. Right, and I know that one is purple, because it sees green and orange. So this one is green, because it sees... Oh, this is beautiful, look, it keeps going. Because that's purple orange. This is now orange. That's now purple. That one I don't know. Oh, look though. That's green and that's orange, so that's purple. Oh, I was going to do that one, but I can't. That's not circled. Let's be careful, Simon. Let us be careful. Wow. Okay. 4, 5. So this is a 1, 2, or a 3. Unfortunately, I don't think we know very much about these ones. It's very much going to depend on... Well, hang on. No. Let's be careful here. I know 4 or 5. Oh, I get a 4, 5 pair in this box. That's weird. Because 4 and 5 are green and orange. They are definitely not purple. So this is a 4, 5 pair in the column. Oh, hang on. What I wanted to do was to get rid of the... Get rid of the corner pencil marks. Now, if that one's orange, look, we know that... Oh, this is great. I know that one must be green, and that means this one is definitely not green. So I've got the whole ordering of this up here now. And I know of 7 and 8, I know where the 8 is. The 8's there. So that's 8, and that's purple, by Sudoku of all things. So now I know these two are different from each other. And I know that that is red. I know one of these is purple, but I don't, because it's the 8, but I don't know which one, I don't think. Okay, this is now a 7. So this digit is 1, 2, or 3. This digit is 1, 2, or 3. And, oh, do I know what, I don't think I do know what these thingies are. Oh, I nearly know where 1 is. I think I've nearly known where 1 is in row 3 for a while. This can't be an 8, so that's got to be something different. And I know that that is red. But I still don't think I know. I don't know how we're going to differentiate the 4s and the 5s. Maybe there is a way to do that now. I keep wanting to look at this one and colour it, but that's just totally bogus unless I can come up with a logical reason that I know why red is different from dark green. I don't think there is a logical reason for that. But let's keep thinking. Let's keep thinking. So 5. If 5 is here, then I know it's a different colour to 7, so I would know it was orange. But if 5 is here, I know it's a different colour to orange, and then it's green. Oh, hang on, that doesn't work. That's really weird. This is doing my head in. Can you see what I mean? I think there's a problem there, isn't there? If 5 is here, 5 is then orange by Sudoku, but it's next to an orange. That doesn't work. Oh, it's beautiful. So 5 must be here by Sudoku. So 5 is... Right, hang on. Now we need to be very careful. Because 5, we know is red. But now I know it's next to green, because one of these is 7 and it is green. So 5 must be orange, but orange is the new red. So now we can double click all of the oranges in the puzzle and convert them to red. And now, because red, I know that one's red, that must be 6. Because 7 is not red. So make it 6. Don't type 7 in, you silly man. Right, so 7 is green. And this is 5 now, and that's 6 using our earlier pencil marks. Okay, the 6's work from a Sudoku perspective. The 5, but we know the 5 isn't green. The 5 can't be next to red, so it must be here. So let's take 5 as corner marks out of those cells. Now, hopefully, we can do something with this. I know 5 is red. So I now know green is 4. So I know green is 4, 5 is red. I've got all my circle 5s in the grid. I've got 2 circled 4s. I need 2 more. And I know that they are green. I don't know how to do that. I know they're green on the left. I don't know whether they're that green. There must be a myriad of Sudoku opportunities that we can avail ourselves of now. 5 is in one of those. 5 is in one of these. So is 6. Not here. because of this 6, 7. No, apparently I don't know about 7, which is very strange. Goodness me, I don't know then. Okay. All right, this digit is not 4, because 4 I know is green, not purple. So that's a 1, 2, or a 3. So in this row, 4 is in one of 2 places, and I know it's going to be green dark green wherever it appears. And in this row, what's that digit? Is that a 1, 2, or a 3? Yes. So 1, 2, or 3, and I know it's not red. But I don't know its colour beyond that. It's either purple or green. Right. I do know, I think this is valid, I know red is definitely different from green now. So this digit is definitely purple. And now, and that's not circled. And that's circled, but it sees 2 purples. Well, this definitely can't be 7 anymore. So 7 is definitely in one of these 2 cells, which makes this the 8. So that's the 8, that's the 7. We know the 7 is green, we know that one is purple. So I now know that that is 8 by Sudoku. I mean, even these tiny little advances I'm able to make, I'm definitely not unhappy about. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is a 4. One of these is green 7. But I don't think I know which one. Or do we have to be... I've got to make sure my 1s are all different colours. I've also got to make sure... hang on, that can't be a 2. Just wondering if that was a 2, then that would be a 2 by Sudoku. They would have to be the same colour. They'd both be green, but that looks like it works to me. Same is true if that's a 3. Oh, I see. Oh, that's annoying. If that's a 1, it's a green 1. This would be a 1, and it wouldn't be allowed to be the same colour of 1, so it would have to be a purple 1. Weirdly. And then in this box, that works. If that's 1 and that's 1, there's a 1 up there. So there would then be a 1 that would need to be a red 1. Oh, that's nearly impossible. I'd have to put red 1. It's quite difficult. Where's red? That's nearly the right question. It's not quite, but it's nearly the right question. Where's red 1? Is almost does it. Because I'm noticing this offset arrangement of 5 and 6 here prevents 1 from being in those 3 cells. So a red 1 anyway. So this would have to be red 1. And then we'd have a red 1. So we would need a purple and a green 1. This would be purple 3. And then you'd need 2 more purple 3s. So that would have to be purple 3. That almost looks right, doesn't it? And then one of those could be purple 3, and that doesn't look like it breaks. So I suspect that's correct then. So what was that? What was I saying then? Where's red 1 was the question, and I thought it might be here. That's really weird. So is there... Oh, I see. So if red 1 was not here, where would we put it? Well, in this box, it couldn't be next to another red. It would have to go exactly there. Next to green 4. So this would be red 1. And what would that mean? This would be a 1-4 pair. This would be purple. Oh, so there's no situation. Oh, that's it. Oh, this is the beautiful way to see it. This is the beautiful way to see it. Where is red 1? I'm just going to start with that question. Now, in this box, if red 1 was in box 6, it would have to be here. I'll give that colour. It would have to be here. If red 1 is in this box, because it couldn't be next to another red, it would have to be here. So the red 1 in the puzzle is in one of those two cells, looking at that cell, which cannot now be a 1, because if this was a 1, you couldn't put red 1 in the puzzle. So that means this is always 3. So purple is 3. Purple is 3. Oh dear. I know one of those is purple 3. There must be purple 3. Oh no, you're kidding. I thought that would do it. How naive was I? Okay, hang on. That's red and that's purple. So that is dark green. Which means it is the 4. That is definitely the 4, look. Because I know one of these is 4, and I need a dark green 4. So that's 4. Now, I don't know actually. I know one of those is 4 and is dark green, but I don't know which one. And 3 in this box, which is purple, actually has a whole plethora of opportunities. Wow. Okay, this is a purple by Sudoku. Yeah, see, that's lovely. That's it. Now what I should do is return to my logic about this cell and ask whether it can be 2. Because if this is 2 by Sudoku, this is 2 in different colours, and we know that doesn't work for the maths. So it's that way round. And now that, I don't know the colour of this though. Is it? Well, although I actually do, because I now know 2 is purple in column 6. So the 2 circled 2s are both purple. So that is definitely purple. And now this cell is dark green, because it definitely sees red, it definitely sees purple. So that's quite good. So dark green is that one. I'm sorry just for the pregnant pause while I try and work out what this means. I'm sure it means something. So oh, do I now know where red 1 is? Yes, red 1 has to be here now. Can't be in that other place for some reason. So that's red 1. That puts no pressure on that digit. It's quite incredible. But it does mean I get 1 in box 3. It's an amazing puzzle, isn't it? It is just amazing. I've almost, done all my circles. I've got to put... In this box, there's definitely a 4 and a 7 in circles. I've got 4 in a corner mark there. Yeah, that's good. That's it. So that's 4, that's 7, that's green. Now this is 3, and we know 3 is purple, and that's not breaking any rules, which means this is 2, this is 3, and we've done the circles. I know that's taken a long time, but I mean, please forgive me. I did my best. I found it really confusing, but I think we might now be in quite good shape to try and get this sorted out. In this row, we've got a 3-5 pair. I don't know the order, apparently. It ought to just be Sudoku, because I've done all of the tricky business. In this row, what do we need? 2 and 5, I'm going to claim. Okay, let's put that in as a corner pencil mark. 1, 3, 4 at the bottom. We've got a 1 up there. The 7 is working. Putting the 7 over here, isn't it? This is 2, 5, 6 in this row. This row looks doable. That should be a 4. I'm not colouring it in. I refuse, because it shouldn't be coloured, to be honest. This is a 1-3 pair. That's doable. 1, 3, 4. No 3 in the corner down. Oh no 3s in the corner today. 3, 3, 3 there, 6 there apparently. So 6 here. This column needs, that's a 2. 5, 2. 3, 5, 4. 1, 1, 3, 4, 5. That could be it. We could have done it. I'll just make those absolutely fully red just because it'll please me. It must be right. Yes, it is right. It's taken me a little bit of time to sort that one out. How long is that? Yeah, an hour and a quarter. Well, forgive me. But Jeff, again, just beautiful logic. I felt I got off to a false start in the sense that I was steaming along at the start and I thought, oh, this is going to be totally straightforward. And then I got completely bamboozled by what was going on. It was that and how it, and not realising that the digit in there had to go there. That was a beautiful step. And that gave me a 6, 7, 8 triple in that column, which I then failed to appreciate, placed 6 here. And then that 6, it still wasn't easy. I still had to have the thought about 5, but once I had the thought about 5, it went along a bit more merrily after that. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant setting, Jeff. Loved it. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.